It's Christmas time. There's mince pies, brandy butter, and Christmas carols in the air. It's also retail businesses' biggest time of the year, with 20% of all retail sales being done in the 6 weeks around Christmas, which is insane. We have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the Christmas sales, the big push till the end of the year. And retail businesses, the success of their year is quite often determined by these 6 weeks. Welcome to the Rebel Entrepreneur.
The extraordinary belongs to those that create it. Rebelling against business plans and debt, rebelling against what society expects of us to build cool businesses, make money, have fun, and do good. Let's create something extraordinary together. Welcome to the Rebel Entrepreneur.
Adam from Craftbox Club, welcome back to the show. He's back, he's bad, he's festively cheerful. Adam.
Well, ho, ho, ho.
Are you feeling Christmas cheer?
I am. This morning, I grabbed the guitar and did some jingle bells for the first time. Yeah, got the jingle bells out, got the little one singing that. I feel like the festive season is now upon us.
And just for reference, for those of you listening, the date for us is the 23rd of November 2021. The last podcast episode we did was the 27th of October, so nearly a month ago now. And I think where we were last time was we're doing everything we can. We're pushing towards the Christmas sales. We're hoping the business is going to take off at Christmas. And it was one of those moments where let's do everything we can and then cross our fingers for success, which is kind of like life. But we're right at the start of that busy period for Christmas. So we should be expecting like a tick up in sales about now. Like it should be starting. So I'd love to hear what has happened for the last month, Adam. What has been going on in your world? Where are you now? Bring us all up to date. We're all dying to hear, like, especially after the last few conversations of, is this still a business? Like, where are we now?
Right. Well, I had a bit of homework to do last time. One of the first things to do was to sort out the website a little bit. So I wasn't happy with the pictures and how it worked. And I just got some feedback from somebody who runs another subscription box about some things that I could change. I made the changes. Took a load of new photos, did some photoshopping, and tried to make the website much clearer about what I was offering and how and make it easier for people to click through and get hold of it.
The new pictures are fantastic. I mean, the new website, for those of you who want to know, like go to craftboxclub.co.uk and you've got beautiful little graphics of join Craftbox Club, kits ship every Friday, new crafts each month. Like it's very clear what it is. And I'd have to say, you have upgraded this fantastically. I am super impressed. And you've got the pop-up now for the competition, which we actually spoke about back then, was give us your email address, enter into the competition.
Yeah, that's the one. So thank you, by the way.
What for?
The pictures.
I see.
The being nice. I'm really pleased, especially with the little kind of graphic things at the top of the webpage. I'm pleased with those. And that was really fun to do as well. One of the main things was to build the mailing list and actually use it. Because I'd been guilty of not really doing that whatsoever, to be honest. And I had, even though all I had before was just a bar at the bottom saying, "I want your email, please." that over the year that had added up to about sort of 300 people
Just
on
phenomenal.
on the customer. So it was 300 people who hadn't bought yet were on that mailing list, and I wasn't really doing very much from it. I also wasn't when I've been going out and marketing and people have been coming to the website. I hadn't been really doing anything to incentivize people to drop their email in there or to even let them know that was there. So yeah, I've got the pop up that comes up now, and it says you get £5 off, and you're entered into a prize draw for a craft box every month. So since I've done that, loads more people have been signing up for it. So,
How many? Come on, don't leave us hanging.
So I think since I say loads, it's a good percentage. So I think I probably had about 50 people since we last spoke sign up. But I guess also it is good. It's good. And it's sort of trickling through now at about 2 more sign-ups a day. So every day I'm getting a couple more people on the main list.
Which is looking at around about 700 a year, and that's double what you were getting with the bar. So you've doubled your mailing list sign up, Adam. That's phenomenal. Round of applause. You're like, oh, it's only 2 a day. It's only 2 a day. I'm disappointed. Like, you've doubled it. That's phenomenal. Yeah, which then leads to the question, what's happened with sales? Like, we've improved the website. Well, the royal we, you have improved the website. You have put this into place. You've done a huge amount of work.
So from the mailing list itself, I went out and basically just emailed everyone again to say, "Oh, I'm doing this. I'm still here." Basically, was the first email, and then remind people that remind people that there was a competition going on, so they've been entered into the competition. So I did the competition, and then I sent round an email saying that all the people that didn't win that they hadn't won. And straight away off the back of that, I got 1 sale from that. And then in the subsequent emails that I've sent, I've got 2 more sales. So from I think about 5 emails, I've got 3 sales. So it's not huge, but it's done something. I've had a few people, so because I've had this mailing list for a while and I haven't done anything with it, I have had a few people drop off when I've been sending those emails because they've, a lot of those people will be going, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, I signed up for this like a year ago. What is this?
Yeah. So I'm not super surprised by that. But yeah, so there's been a little bit of a drop off initially, but that's slowing down now. But yeah, so it's working a bit. It's not changing the world. General sales, it's just random and unpredictable. So at the beginning of November, I had a week where I had 22 sales, which was huge. And I thought, oh, this is good. Here we go. And then since then, it's just been sort of dragging back to kind of what it was, really, which is a shame. Yeah, about 3 or 4 a week. So it's probably a little bit better than October for new customers, but yeah, nowhere near what it was last year. Although I would say a lot of the sales from last November came at the end of November, and we're not quite at the end yet.
So, are you able to tell me, like, we're on the 23rd of November right now, are you able to tell me what the sales were up to 23rd of November last year and what they've been this year? Because I think that would be really interesting to know. Because last year was your stellar breakout year, given COVID, given where it was. Like, it was phenomenal, the progress. So I'd be interested to know where we are related to that.
Yeah, so I mean, the high level figures are at about this time last year, I got it really excited about getting up to 100 subscribers, and I am now, after another year, on 150. So
So we are further ahead than last year. However, we've worked
this
a whole
time.
year and put a huge amount of effort in to get 50 extra subscribers.
Yeah, I think I got up to about what was it? About 300 at the end of the sort of Christmas period last year. So it's come down, but it come year on year, it's similar where I am, and all of the customers were new last year, and not so many are new this year. So yeah, last year, just looking at my graph, it's really annoying. I've changed on my website that you buy a voucher rather than set the subscription up directly, and I think people are liking that a bit more because I've had a lot of questions before about when people were setting it up, how do they do it if they're trying to send it to another person or whatever, which I think slowed people down buying. So now they buy, and then there's a page that tells you how to set it up and everything. So you kind of get the money before they have to think about someone, finding somebody's address and everything. But the downside of that is that the money doesn't go onto the system onto the analytics until somebody's cashed the voucher in. So I get the money, so I can see in the bank account that it's there, but on all of the nice graphics, it doesn't work quite as well. So yeah. Anyway, that aside, November last year was £8,000, and then this year so far, I've taken like 1,500.
Okay, so it's significantly down. We do have a week left, but that would be a monumental final week to get 7 grand coming in.
Yeah, sure would.
Yeah, which we can still cross our fingers and hope. But yeah, it's not looking as though it's going to be as good a Christmas, is it?
No, not at the moment. And there's a lot of hearsay about this year being a strange one, and people waiting for after Black Friday and all of that. So yeah, who knows? It might be that. It might be something else. It's just so hard to tell, really. And yeah, I just don't feel like I've got enough kind of data to work out what's working and what's not working, which is tricky because I'm up for doing something, but I just, who knows what.
Well, it's 4 days, 3 days until Black Friday, and then we've got Cyber Monday. Do you have some promotion, an event? Do you have something planned to get people off the sidelines?
Yeah, so all the way through November, I've been doing Google Ads, which has been driving loads more traffic to the website. So that works in terms of getting the traffic. But that's not leading to sales, which
So
is
people are coming,
interesting.
but they're not buying.
Yes. So that's not so great. But then, I guess I feel like the driving the traffic part, that system at least works, and I think that works better than doing the Facebook ads. And it should be driving people to the website that specifically want the thing, rather than having to get people interested in buying the thing.
So what are the keywords you're showing up for with Google AdWords?
The craft box subscription, adult crafts, eco crafting, that sort of thing.
Okay. So people are coming, they're looking, but they're not following through and buying.
Yeah, and I guess it's good now that I'm at least capturing some of those people on the mailing list, so they're not lost forever.
You're paying for traffic. We need to capture some of them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. There's also the chance that now it's swapped over to gift vouchers, that people feel like they can buy those last minute, and maybe people are wanting to do that. So I've got you asked about offers anyway. So I've got a Christmas special offer, which is, so if they buy before the 1st of December, then they get an extra month free. So that's on the website. I've sent out emails to the mailing list and on social media. I'm going to on social media shortly about Black Friday discounts on some kits. So I've got that going, and then I've got a Craftbox Club Advent calendar thing going on over Advent. So every day of Advent there is a different competition or offer that only lasts that day to motivate people to buy on that day.
I love that.
And
so that starts on the 1st of December.
Yes, indeed. And one of the prizes is the Rebel Business School's very own Santa Claus.
Is it? Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Who came to your event, didn't he? Is it Mike?
It's Mike, yeah.
Amazing. I love that. For those of you listening to the podcast, Adam came on a pop-up business school, which is now Rebel Business School, that I ran quite a few years ago now in Reading. And one of the other participants was a professional Santa. His name was Mike. He had white hair, an awesome beard. He does Santa videos. He's fantastic. So look out for that on Adam's website. Or you can find him in the Rebel Business School support group on Facebook. He's awesome. So one of the thoughts that went through my head as we were talking about this, I don't know if you've ever read, there's a book by Cialdini called Influence, and it has I thought Adam was actually reaching for the book right then, but he was reaching for his notebook to write it down.
Yes.
Which it's a brilliant book on sales and how to influence and sell. And he has his 6 principles, which he explains in big detail. But let me give you them because they're quite an interesting way to look at sales and go, am I doing this on my website to help push people to buy right now? Some of them will work for you. Some of them are completely irrelevant. So if we start at the end, the 6th one is scarcity. Scarcity drives sales because people go, I can only get this today. There's not very many of them. It's limited edition. Limited edition. How many years of artists doing limited edition prints? There's only 100. That's all you can get. Or there's only one. So scarcity. Are your products scarce, Adam? Are you using scarcity to persuade people to buy?
So that Christmas offer is scarce because it runs out at the end of November. But otherwise, no. I mean, they're scarce in that they are, one of a kind, and only I have them.
Yes, that is true. So how could we make them more scarce so that people... Could you add a certain number of Christmas ones? Because you only have a certain number of things. You can say there's only so many of the Christmas one. Once they're gone, they're gone. They are scarce. They are important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could do. So I've dropped that into... Say, I'm saying they've been popular, but they have been quite popular at the beginning of November. But yeah, I'm dropping that into social media a little bit, but I could put that on the website a bit more.
Cool. So there's an idea of using scarcity. The 5th one, he put as liking. And it's creating this feel of between you and your customer and the people around you. Mm-hmm. You like them, they like you. And the more they love you, the more you connect with them, which you've done a lot of work on that with the About page, with pictures of you, with the connection. Different companies' About Us pages put pictures of the staff with their pets. It humanizes them. It connects them. It's anything to create a feeling of between you and your customers. How do you think you're doing on that one on your website and what's going on?
I don't know about the website, but it's definitely something that has worked when I've I've been able to forge that connection. So I've definitely got a big handful of people who buy regularly, and we have this lovely relationship. But yeah, I guess on the website there's on the about page there's not a lot of, it's not super friendly. I've got the picture of me on the and meet the maker, I think it is, on the main page that you subscribe from. Uh, I'm smiling. That's good.
You look happy.
And I'm saying nice things, but yeah, possibly there's a bit less to connect people than there needs to be.
So maybe we could add a bit more about you into this. A bit more of your personality and your energy. I mean, it's a beautiful looking site. Like, if you look at the pages, you've got subscribe, gifts, Christmas, shop kits, and blog. The blog has, like, it's more about the saving the planet and the kits and the different stuff. You do have one that you put up in June, which was the Craftbox Club story, which is all about you. Which is great. It's got some great pictures, but like the energy and the stuff you've done, like that picture of you with all of the people building the same craft kits that you did on Zoom, it's fabulous. But like that personality doesn't really come through on the website.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think making it a bit more. I mean, possibly this is why it worked a bit better last year, because it looked less professional.
It looked a lot less professional last year. Yes,
there might be something that people like in that. Who knows?
Well, I think there could be more of you and more of the like it's a craft site. If it looks too polished, it loses its craft feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm wondering whether there's something there. But anyway, there's a thought. So, like, scarcity, liking, and then the next one on the list is authority, which is an incredibly powerful one. What are you the authority on, and how are you showing it? And that's really interesting when you look at that. How are you an authority figure on craft, on eco-friendly? How are you showing that you know what you're doing? Like, it's really interesting, that piece. And this might not be right for your brand and style, but it is one way to influence other people, is to come across as the authority.
Yeah, so on the website there's the featured in bit, which I guess shows that there's a bit of authority and adds to the trust as well, and the reviews that people are saying good things about what I've done. It's not part of the website, but part of the marketing is the fact that I'm now doing a regular feature in a magazine. So I'm one of their craft experts. So I
love that.
A bit about that every couple of weeks.
That's kind of fitting into the fourth one, which is social proof.
Okay.
Social proof is, I've seen on this website, I'm seen in this magazine, all these people say good things about me. Like, I have social proof that I'm doing good. The authority is, like, I have the title, I'm the doctor, I'm the member of this organization, I'm the expert on this subject, I'm like the authority on this bit. And you might not want to use them all for your website. You actually use social proof very well, Adam. And I love the as seen in, Gathered, Crafts Are Beautiful, the Daily Mail, Reclaim. You've got that lovely banner that people have. That's social proof. And then you've got the section, What Our Crafters Say. So I love their commitment to being plastic free, which runs right through their branding from packaging to projects, says Caroline. And Emma says, fabulous box, fast delivery, and one happy crafter who loved her gift. Thank you. I mean, that's social proof. That's wonderful. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and possibly, like, we could add one more bit to that, like Caroline from location, or like if you've got that particular testimonial somewhere, like they wrote it on Facebook, actually linking to the Facebook post so people can see it live. I think that stuff helps, but you actually use social proof really well.
That's good. On the authority thing, I mean, I'm not sure that I am. But I think I always the way I think about it is that part of the benefit of doing this is that I'm discovering the crafts with people, so that I can I can know what it's like to be a beginner in that sort of area, in that particular kind of project, and then be able to explain it to people with like a beginner's mindset, which is like the opposite of authority. And being honest, it's still in my spare time and things like that. So what can I call upon in terms of authority? Is it things like having sent out this many number of kits or something, or that I've been doing?
Which that's more social proof, but I do like that. I do like that. The social proof, 5,000 other people have bought this.
Yeah.
We do that for the Rebel Business School courses, and we do, so we've had 13,000 people come on our courses and start businesses and do this. I mean, if that's not social proof that this stuff's going wide, I don't know what is. But you've got that kind of social proof. The authority, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because you don't really have a doctor's stamp for craft kits. But you can have, I mean, like, it's interesting as well because, like, no one really wants to put themselves on a pedestal above other people, but it does make a difference. I always remember running the course in Westminster for Westminster City Council, and this guy came up to me and went, well, like, I've seen you before, but I never came on the course until Westminster's crest was on your thing. And suddenly you are the authority because their brand is associated to you. And that was quite interesting. So, which I guess is a form of social proof, but it is the form of we're the authority because Westminster are using us. And it's an interesting one, isn't it? How do we position you or use this? And maybe we don't. Maybe we just scrap authority altogether. But there is a bit of, you've sent so many kits out, you've launched so many people to start their crafting, not careers. That's the wrong word, isn't it? Crafting journey. That's the word I was looking for. There is a bit of, you are the authority because you've helped so many people. You've done this, you've done that. You've been exploring eco-free since X years. You've changed all this. Like, here's my authority status that I've done all this stuff. How can you stamp your authority on the site to show, like, Craftbox Club? It doesn't even have to be you. It can be Craftbox Club is the authority in plastic-free crafting, in eco-friendly crafting.
Yeah, I can definitely drop into that. At the moment, the Meet the Maker bit is sort of friendly, but that's it, without a lot of kind of stats. I think I'd like to, because they've made me like a guest editor on this magazine, which, if I can get a kind of title from them, then
that's it. Guest editor.
Yeah,
that's it, Adam. Like, you've just said it.
Like, or like craft expert, because that's what they've printed, craft expert. So that's what I am.
I love it. I love it,
so
Adam.
Like
craft
that.
Expert writer for X magazine. I am their. They don't call it in-house craft expert. What's the out-of-house craft expert? I am their guest
visiting?
Craft expert. Visiting?
Yeah,
no, you're not really visiting. It's not resident. It's like, we're searching for the word. I bet everyone listening to the podcast is screaming out the word right now.
Yeah.
I think you're the magazine craft expert.
Yeah.
You're the craft expert for X magazine. That's what it is. But I think that's got all the authority you need. Like, you are the craft expert for X magazine, writing articles for them, and you can link to one of your articles. I think that's a fantastic way of proving authority.
Cool. All right. I'll stick that on there.
Excellent. So we got there in the end.
It's good. The first one of those comes out in, I think, around Black Friday as well. So hopefully that'll be good timing.
That's what we need. Yes, get a bump of traffic to the website. I will be sharing it for you. So we've got scarcity, liking, authority, social proof, which you're using. We've got commitment or consistency, which is, are you consistent over time? That's a huge part of influence, which you've been around for a while. You've started to email people consistently over time. Like, it's the consistency of communication builds influence, which I think that one is just being aware of. And the final one is reciprocity, which is such a powerful one in our community. But it is, I give to you and I do it without attachments. However, if I give to you, you feel the need to reciprocate. And that's kind of how our entire culture is built. And you're giving away the £5 voucher in return for the email address. You're having a competition. You're giving. I think that the thing that people mistake or get wrong when they come on the Rebel Business School is we talk a lot about giving. The bit they forget to do is asking for what they want. And especially British people, we're not very good at being direct and asking for what they want. And actually, many cultures are very bad at directly asking for what they want. But it's that saying, okay, you give freely and do not tie it to it. But maybe the third or fourth email, you say, please, can you share the Christmas kit with your friends? Click here to share it on your social media. And it's that direct ask for what you want your audience, the people, to do. And you've been giving to them with your craft kits, with your energy, with your blog posts, with your content for a long, long time. It's just remembering to ask for what you want. And it doesn't always have to be the sale, but it's give, ask. And people quite often give for years, but forget to ask and then wonder why it doesn't work. Like, you don't get what you deserve in life, you get what you ask for. And that's one of the key bits. So I guess, are you asking your audience to promote you? Are you asking them to spread the word? Are you asking your friends? You haven't asked me yet, Adam. Come on. Have you asked me yet?
Well, we did that lovely little advert in the in one of the previous episodes, which really freaked me out, by the way, when I was listening to it.
And it just came out. Oh, I'm on my own episode.
That's me. Oh no! Just switch it off. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, that was good. No, I don't ask people on the Craftbox Club social media to promote very often. Yeah, I don't do much of that. I have recently been doing a little bit of that on my own feed, but whereas I've got up to about 500 followers from doing a bit of that last year, it sort of seems to just go under the radar now. And I think, all the social media stuff seems to have way less impact than it did last year. So I have been having a go at doing that. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. But I could definitely do a bit more of that on the Craftbox Club feeds.
Yes, so I think that's a useful next action, is to ask for that support and ask people to share, promote. 3 ways you can help me. Give one as a gift for Christmas, share on social media and tell people about this because it's an eco-friendly gift. And by sharing my stuff, you stop people from buying plastic and protect the environment. Thank you for helping.
There you go.
And you can do some bits around that, which I think would be fantastic to get the message out.
One of my customers took the kit that she had done to a craft market the other day and tried to sell Craftbox Club on her own stall. People are so lovely.
They are so lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, there are definitely people out there who wanna help spread the word.
So there's some ideas around the influence piece. Give me an idea of how you're feeling overall.
Well, the numbers are not good, and
Yes,
I I know you talk a lot about being sort of being happy first, and then and not have it driven by the numbers, but
there is
for
a
me,
reality.
realistically, yeah, that there's definitely a happy buzz when an order comes in, and then if I haven't seen it for a while, then yeah, it's not so great. So it's I can look back on all the experiences and all that sort of thing, and I'm really proud of where I've got to. But I'm just thinking, still, past Christmas, what the plan might be if things stay as they are,
Yes,
and yeah, and all of that kind of stuff. Not in a chucking it in kind of way, just thinking about what I could draw from this, build upon it, pivot, all sorts of different possible plans for after Christmas
which
if I don't get the results that I'm after.
which has been like the message we've said. I think I feel like I've been talking you off a cliff for the last 6 months, saying let's just see what happens in January. We'll do the numbers. We'll work out
Yeah,
where it's going. Um, and I was definitely hoping, like, because I feel like we've done all the right things, Adam. And sometimes in life that happens. You do all the right things, and it just doesn't go where you want to. And at least then we can get to a point and go, well, we gave it our best shot, or at least. So I keep adding me into this. You gave it your best shot. It was phenomenal, and we can see where we go next. But it's like, yeah, I think it's that thing of at least you've done it. You've put it out into the world. You've done it, and we need to like get to after Christmas and see what happens because it is the next. You've got 4 5 weeks till Christmas. 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that.
hmm
This is the biggest sales time of the year. If it is going to happen, it is going to happen now. Um, and we just need to give it everything we can for 5 weeks. And then you can have Christmas off and we can look at the numbers after Christmas and work out what to do next. And we'll either be celebrating or we'll be commiserating. But whatever happens, you can know in your heart that you've done the best you could.
yeah, yeah, and I definitely feel like that will be the case. No regrets, and still proud of what I've built anyway.
It's phenomenal what you built. And to have 150 subscribers is amazing, Adam. I mean, that is phenomenal. It's phenomenal achievement. Okay, so let's look at where do we go from here? Or actually, before we ask where do we go from here, the question is what's the biggest challenge you're facing at the moment that we, the audience, can help you with? What's the biggest challenge?
Well, it's converting those visits to the website into sales. I think
Okay.
because there must be people there who are potential customers because that's why they're there. They're interested in what I have. So it's finding some way of getting them across the line.
Okay. So I think you've actually got two elements. One is getting people to the website. Two is once they're there, converting them into sales.
Yeah.
Um, which we've had a look at some stuff we can do to enhance your impact and influence with the sales, which I think there's a few ideas there. Um, I think we've got a couple of ideas around asking people to spread the message. I will do some posting and
Mhm.
share your stuff. We'll ask other friends. We'll do that. Um, those are some of the things that we need to focus on and get going. I think there's two pieces like we can tweak the Google ad to try and get that to enhance, to improve, to work for us. We can tweak the website and then we can work on driving traffic through individual messages, marketing. That seems to be the biggest areas of focus. And then we need to throw everything at it.
Yeah, that's the one. And I think so. Doing part of this Advent, the competitions and things like that. There's a lot on there about to enter the competition, share and tag people and all of that. So I can definitely include that in the Advent push as well.
I love that. I think the three things we need to do is, number one, work on driving traffic, which is asking people to share all of the stuff we've spoken about. Number two, let's just try and refine the Google AdWords campaign a little bit further to see if we can get further with that. And then number three is the converting the website, which we'll speak to Henry. We'll work on tweaking that and we'll have a look through it. I think those are three actions we can positively take. You already are running the Black Friday campaign. You're mailing the mailing list. Like, we just need to positively keep going till the end of the year, Adam. We're doing the right things. We're doing the right things, which is part of life, is doing the right things, even though you're not seeing the results, and holding on to the faith that they'll come eventually.
I'm just praying. Having a quiet podcast, pray to the podcasting crafting gods.
And it's fascinating. Sometimes when you start a business and put it out there, there's very little you can do. Like, you cannot control the end result. All you can control is your own actions. And I had that for so many years, where I was doing everything I thought I should be doing, but I wasn't seeing the results. And you kind of have to keep exploring and going different directions until you find it. And like the start of this series, the first episode was last Christmas, when you had such a change, such a dramatic increase in sales and the success. And here we are an entire year later trying to figure out what's going on this Christmas. But it's not over until Mariah Carey sings on Christmas Day. That's what we're waiting for.
On Christmas Day. I was going to say, because I think she's probably already starting now. But yeah, on Christmas Day.
Adam, what else do we need to do? Or do we just need to crack on with this and get out there?
Yeah, I guess it's just cracking on, and I'll be doing those three things: loads of social media, chatting to people, just carrying on, mailing people, talking to everybody that I come across about what I'm doing. All the good stuff.
And that's what we've got to do. And the closing message for you and everyone listening to this podcast is, sometimes you don't see the results when you want to see them, and you have to keep going. You won't always see the results you want. You can't control the outcome. The only thing you can control is your energy, your effort, and your output, not the outcome. And that's what we need to do, is make the sales calls, send the messages, work on the website, do what we need to do. And if you positively do the actions, we get to a point where we can review it. We can work out whether it's the right business for you or not. But if we positively do the right things over the years, we will get to where we want to get to. You just need to keep going. So if you're listening to this and you're in a dark point with your business, please keep doing the actions. Keep doing what you need to do. Push out there into the world and keep working on your dream. And then, after we've fully thrown all of our energy, everything we've got at it, let's do a review of the experiment, see what worked, see what didn't, and see where we're going next.
You can have any life you want to. Choose to build something cool. Choose to take action. Choose to work to make your dreams become reality. Stand out. Be different. Be yourself. Be a rebel entrepreneur.